Joining me from the Midlands of England here on rugbyleague.com is former first grader back in Australia and also over here in Europe and Australian schoolboys representative Troy Perkins. Tell the listeners what you're up to now.
Yeah, mate, Rugby Discounts is what it's called. It specialising in all the latest NRL kit from Australia, whether it's jerseys, training T-shirts, training vests, training shorts, hoodies, most clubs are available. You can get me on www.rugbydiscounts.net. I've also got a Facebook page, Rugby Discounts, so very active on that, and Instagram as well. So best prices and the great quality NRL gear that is very difficult to get in the UK.
Good evening from AMT Headingley Stadium, full time here where Leeds have gone standalone top of Betfred Super League after a 24 points to 16 victory here over St Helens tonight. The first time they've beaten St Helens here since 2015. The Rugby League day began this morning at 4 Pines Park in the NRL as Manly defeated Souths by 28 points to 14. The first game in charge for Kieran Foran after he had signed his new deal. Jason Saab with 2 tries for the Sea Eagles as Souths have only won 1 now since Latrell Mitchell got his injury. Manly overcame the early sin binning of Clayton Falolo and sit third on the ladder in the Telstra Premiership. Let's hear what the coaches thought now. Here is Kieran Foran speaking to the press after signing his new deal.
Yeah, it was a bit of I just wanted us to play well tonight. It was a big game for us back here at home. We were disappointed in how we performed last week and we needed a bounce back, and I was really proud of the way the boys responded tonight. Yeah, it's just hugely important. We got a bye next week and we didn't want to really talk about that too early, but we knew it would be a big win for us tonight, especially giving the boys a few days off, and it's been a big 9-10 weeks for them. Like they've played some really great footy and they've invested a lot into their game, and it's taken a fair bit out of them. So I wanted us to put on a performance tonight in front of the home crowd that they'd be really proud of, and the boys certainly did that.
Meanwhile, let's hear what the Souths coach Wayne Bennett had to make of his side's performance tonight.
Too many mistakes, I have to tell you. We don't practice them. Yeah, there's a bit more to the game than that, so we got ourselves back in there once or twice, but we just gave penalties away or dropped the ball in crucial positions. They weren't making the errors that we were making. No, he didn't play it properly, did he? That's simple as that, but we pay all this money for the bunker and we still don't get it right. Well, we weren't playing well, so I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but the bottom line is that that's what they're there for. They play the ball, they've got to go back to the play the ball when the try scored, and that was all in the one movement. And if that's an acceptable play the ball, then the game's going to change enormously very quickly. Well, it was, but it's gone now. I can't bring it back, so I'm not going to carry on about it. Okay? And the game will have an excuse for it, so you just got to live with it.
And in Betfred Super League tonight at AMT Headingley, Leeds Rhinos overcame a 16-8 half-time deficit to stay top of the Betfred Super League after victory over St Helens in what at times was a very feisty affair here as Leeds gave some kind of revenge for their playoff defeat last year. Tries in the first half for Saints from Tristan Saylor, Kyle Felt and Alex Walmsley, along with 2 goals off the boot of Saylor, gave them a 16-8 lead at half-time. Chris Hankinson with the try for the Rhinos, but second half tries from Harry Newman and Micah Sevo, plus penalties from Jake Connor, ensured that the Rhinos will be top of the Betfred Super League at the end of this weekend. Let's hear then the thoughts of the Leeds Rhinos coach Brad Arthur after his side's victory tonight.
I'm very pleased that we got the result. I don't think we were great. I think we were good, but we weren't great. But I think we learned some lessons, and it was another probably step in the right direction for us with our growth of our team. first half, we dominated a lot of field position, didn't quite nail some big moments. We had a little bit of frustration crept in, and in particular Jake, like he just probably wasn't as composed. But then we come in at half time, everyone was nice and calm. We knew what we needed to do. And then the second half, and I think we went out there and he iced some big moments for us, even though we got a couple of wrong. But we had the belief that if we just dominated the field position, we'd come away with a win. And it doesn't always need to be pretty. And like they're a tough team to play against, and they frustrate you and they niggle. So I was pretty happy I'm definitely happy with the result, and all the information around we haven't beaten them for the last 8 or 9 times or something like that at home, so the monkey's off the back there. But yeah, just the manner of the way we went about the victory is pleasing.
Meanwhile, the Saints coach Paul Rowley was a little frustrated by his team's performance here tonight at AMT Headingley.
I liked a lot of what we did, to be honest. I thought we showed tremendous spirit throughout the game, particularly that first half when we were camped on our own line. And it was penalty after penalty after penalty. I just thought it was a team who wanted to work for each other in the badge, and that's good. That's good effort. So there's a way of winning and a way of losing, and if you're going to lose, then that's probably a better way than our previous. So
that is your Rugby League day here on rugbyleague.com. Victories then for the Seagulls in the Charleston Premiership and for Leeds Rhinos in Betfred Super League. I'm Matt Horton. Stay with us here on rugbyleague.com. Plenty of commentaries to come over the weekend.
Joining me from the Midlands of England here on rugbyleague.com is former first grader back in Australia and also over here in Europe, and Australian schoolboys representative Troy Perkins. Tell the listeners what you're up to now.
Yeah, mate, Rugby Discounts is what it's called. It specialising in all the latest NRL kit from Australia, whether it's jerseys, training t-shirts, training vests, training shorts, hoodies, most clubs are available. You can get me on www.rugbydiscounts.net. I've also got a Facebook page, Rugby Discounts, so very active on that, and Instagram as well. So best prices and the great quality NRL gear that it's very difficult to get in the UK.